Good morning, student. I hope you all are doing fine. Alright, students. So we have learned about in our previous classes houses in cities and houses in villages. So today we'll learn about rural and urban houses. Okay, so rural is basically referring to village houses, and urban is actually referring to cities houses. Okay, so we'll learn about rural and urban houses. And our aim for today is that students will be able to find differences between houses in urban and rural areas. Resources required for our class is as for that is your worksheet for that you will find in page number 17. You'll find in page number 17, okay? And exit content book as well as your notebook as well. So you have to get ready with the given resources before we start up with our classes. Alright, so as usual, so let's get started by answering a simple question. Okay, so this is a question for you. What comes to your mind when you think of a village house and a city house? Right, the question is saying, what comes to your mind when you imagine a village house or when you think of a city house? Alright, so today you will find differences between houses in villages and those in cities with the help of a drawing. Okay, all right, or you can grow by yourself as well. What uh just imagine what kind of houses will be there in the cities and what kind of houses will be there in the village. All right, student. All right, so you have to observe the given picture. So these are some of the houses that you will find in rural and urban areas. Okay, so basically this particular house is made up of wood and tin. Okay, so it is located in rural areas. Okay, and then as you can see the building, right, multi-story building, it is located in urban area. Okay, urban area or in the cities. Okay, so this is a rural house village, and this is a multi-storied houses skyscraper you'll find in cities. So that is the difference between them. Okay, as you can observe from the picture as well. All right, students. So here is okay. This is a houses in a slum area. Okay, inside a cities. So even in the cities, you will come across houses which are okay like a village house, right? And then you see on the side a skyscraper or a multi-story building. Okay, so remember, even the cities you'll find lots of slum areas. Slum areas, it is an area where people who are very poor, okay, they live in those houses because they cannot afford to live in the multi-storied building. Okay, because of that reason you see lots of slum area. Okay, especially when you go to cities like Mumbai, Delhi, Calcutta. Okay, you'll see a slum area. All right, where very poor people they settle in this area. Okay, so next question here is, what are the differences? Okay, what are the differences between city and village house, and what could be the same? So question number one is asking what difference between cities and village houses. Okay, and what could be the same means what is the similarity between city and village house. All right, first of all you have to find the difference between city house and village house. Okay, and second, the second part of the question is asking what could be the same, in the sense what is the similarities that you find in both the city and village house. And question number two, do we need multi-storied houses in a village? All right, why and why not? Is it multi-storied building necessary in village? Why and why not? That is your opinion. Okay, what will be your answer? I will just leave it the answer to you. Okay, so see, you might have different answer to the given question. Some may say that it is necessary and some might say it is not necessary. Okay, that depend on your individual choice. All right, so I want you guys to carefully think and give the answer for the given two question. Okay, so class, see, houses in villages are usually single story. Okay, not multi-story building but single story, and they are made of mud or either bricks, unlike multi-story houses, okay, in cities, which are made of aluminum, steel, glass, right? And village houses still have open space. So in as you compare village house with city house, you see that you see in village houses they have more space, all right, courtyard, okay, they have a big courtyard, okay, all right, big spaces. Whereas as you see the city houses, forget about Calcutta, Mumbai, okay, just imagine even in Kohima we see that houses are constructed in such a way that we don't find much open space, okay, because one okay, we are so houses are very near to one another, right? So you won't see enough, okay, playground or for example courtyard, okay, no space. So village house still have open space around them, unlike cities house which don't have open space. So many families live together in the same building, that is in multi-story building, unlike village houses, okay. So city houses usually have space to keep cars and vehicle, while village houses may have space to keep their cattle, all right, because in villages most of the villagers they don't use car, okay, even though they have open space they don't keep car, all right, because many doesn't have car. So what they do is, all right, then they have their own okay, they keep their cattle, okay, and then some domestic animals, all right. And the inside of each house is different as well. So if you see the houses in cities and the houses of villages, inside the houses you find lots of different. However, a few things like separate space for cooking like a kitchen, bathing is common in both type of houses. So both the houses you'll find the similarity is they have a space for cooking, that is the kitchen, all right, and they both have a bathing in common, all right, bathing is common, all right, in both type of houses. So you'll find a bathroom, okay. So that is all about our discussion, okay. So things to do, all right. And the question number 2 is, do we need multi-story houses in villages, and why not, okay. So I told you your answer may be different, okay, but Indian village are not as crowded as our cities, all right. Indian villages are not as crowded as our cities. So people in the cities they are more crowded, okay. So people would not need multi-story building, that is in villages, all right, where population are very few, so they don't need much multi-story houses in villages, because in villages we don't give rent, right, because everyone they have their own apartment, they have their own house, okay, where they don't stay in a rented place, all right. So things to do is your homework for today, okay. So you have to complete your practice question 4, that is from exit content book page 12, you'll find in page 12, okay, under your exit content book, and you have to complete your worksheet S4 that you'll find in page number 7, okay. So that's it, thank you, and I'll